Hello and welcome to Arma 3 ALTUS. It's finally out, and we can all play something new. I'm sure many of you have got a little bit bored of the current island that we had. I can't even remember the name of it. I know I got a little bit bored of it. It just seemed to be... Well, I know we shouldn't take it for granted. We got what we got in the beta development build, but here we are, we're on ALTUS. The island is big. It is big, surprisingly big. And in the following video, we're just going to have a little fly around and a look around, just having a look at some of the interesting things I've just found, spending 5 or 10 minutes actually in the editor. Now, when you boot up the game, you may not even know that you've downloaded the new island. You actually have to go into the editor in order to get it to work. Now, as you can see, the island is pretty huge, and I've just plunked the helicopter down on this smaller island, and we're just going to fly up to the Never Eat Soggy Waffles. We're going to fly down to the south of the main island. Huge it is! Huge! Bigger than Belleremberg, is it? Anyway, it's bigger than her. So let's just get up, fly over, and we shall have a look around. Now, I was hoping that the main island, or ALTUS, should we call it now? ALTUS is the official name. I was hoping there would be a bit more to do. I got really bored of the beat around. In fact, I got so bored I didn't really want to play it anymore. I do miss Generous and Arma 2 and this futuristic vibe. I do prefer the old SAW and the M16 and things like that, but anyway, I digress. We're looking at ALTUS today, so I'm just hoping it's not the same old, you know, just a bigger version of what we've got. Mediterranean roads, dusty, looking for some new exciting environments to fight in. So we're just going to go for a spin. We're going to go over here and have a look at one of the first locations that we come across. Looks like there's a tower down here with some sort of... I'm not sure what that is. Let's get in here and have a look. Oh, it's a solar farm. So let's go down there, get feet on the ground and have a look. So far running quite sweet. Frame rate's very good. It seems to be very well optimised. Running at 60 odd frames a second with fraps, depending on which direction I look at. I'm going to quick shank there. So let's get down there and have a look. And have a look at some of the new environments. Certainly looks nice from up here. Definitely a change from the usual odd little building. Let's hope we can actually get into the top of that tower. It would be great for snipers if there was an objective or a mission to do around here. Get ourselves down. Let's get out and go and have a look. I don't know what it is about the previous island. It was like... I don't know, one of my favourite maps was Generous. I really did love that map. I think it was the woodland feel about it. It felt more, as an Englishman, you know, that woodland and fighting in the woods just felt more, I don't know, it was more immersive for me. This Mediterranean thing. I'm still not sold on this futuristic thing. I would prefer, you know, the old SAW and the M16 and the, you know, future tech weapons. But obviously I realise that they've had to move forward. So let's just see if we can actually go in this thing. Looks like we can. Obviously we're going to have a long climb ahead of us. Oops, bit of clipping issue there, going through our body. So I do wonder if we'll be able to get right to the top. Nice little flashlight there. I wonder what this is actually going to be like on a night time. We'll probably have a look at some of the ALTUS on a night time in the second video. Let's just see if we can go further up. I'll actually cut the video short a little bit. I'm not going to make you watch my ass climbing all the way up to the top of there. But yeah. One thing I've noticed as well is if you change the gamma settings and the brightness settings in the menus, you can actually get the island to look a lot more realistic. I've actually turned these up a little bit brighter because fraps tends to make things darker when I upload them to YouTube. But I just have a mess around with your gamma and your brightness settings. You'll know the island does look a lot better. Okay, so I've actually cut out a chunk there, which was the first section. You can actually, this is the very top section here, so it looks like we can go all the way to the top. What a brilliant location for a sniper up here. Yeah, I get a sniper up here and a spotter. this would be a good location on a night time. So this is nice, quite a nice little place, nice little fighting place. Not many two buildings, just this large tower, but let's get in the helo and we'll move on to the next section. As you can see here, we're just flying over a large chunk of the main island, and it seems to be a lot of farmland. There seems to be patches of trees and grass, a few main roads passing through. It does look a little bit bland. I'm good for saying it's bland already, the game hasn't even been out for an hour yet. So let's just fly on to the next location and see what we can see. Hopefully the island will have a few more diverse locations, buildings, structures. I was hoping that with the release of this island that they were going to make some scenarios or some showcases, but there's nothing in the menus. So at the minute, the only way for you to be able to play and fly around a minute on the island is to actually go through and do the editor. Now as we fly further over towards the coast, I notice on the left here we seem to have this marshland. Now I'm not sure whether this is an inlet from the... It looks like it is actually an inlet from the sea. I was wondering whether these were going to be internal rivers to the island. But let's just get down and have a look and see whether there's anything that gives us a different feel from the usual Mediterranean dusty. It seems to all have that same feel. I know it's a Mediterranean island before something mentions, but you know, just a difference in the environment. Let's just get down and have a look at this now, see whether we get like a marshy feel. Interesting. Certainly looks different to the main hills that we're used to. Seems to have an almost, dare I say, almost a jungle vibe to it. What are these palm trees or reeds? Nice. Can we actually go in here? Oh, this would be really good for sneaking around, wouldn't it? And ambushes. Especially if you had the ghillie suit on. I think you'd be almost invisible in here. Yeah, that's nice. Obviously I haven't got my green camo on. So as I said, I wasn't sure whether these were actually rivers. But it seems to be, it's just basically a sea outlet. It's certainly a nice environment to fight in. Be interesting to see what it looks like in the rain. Yeah, it's nice. Makes a nice change from the usual building and urban environment that we're used to. Well, that's what the island is, isn't it? It's urban, and then there's just basically open plains and fields. I don't know what else you could actually get in there apart from military bases, the odd industrial factories. So let's get back in the helo and we'll move on to the next location and see what else we can find. Now as we fly on to our final location on this video, we want to keep it quite short. I don't want it to drag on because most people want to get out there and play. As I'm flying around, I actually noticed on the map there's a large area that looks like a desert. So I decided we're going to fly over and have a quick look, see what that's about. If it is a desert with dunes, that would be interesting. But obviously being a Mediterranean island, it's probably going to be flat, a mud lake or something, or where the river's gone out. The sea has dried. It actually looks from here like is it sand or is it hard baked mud? It's actually quite a large expanse here. This actually reminds me a little bit like Fraser Island in Australia, an amazing place. You've got tropical islands on one side, Mediterranean on the other, and almost like a sand dune, the Sahara on the other. Incredible place. If anybody gets to visit Fraser Island in Australia, highly recommended. So I think this could be hard-baked sand or mud. Let's just get down and have a look and see what this stuff is. It appears to be hard-baked mud. So there was obviously a river or sea here. Look at me trying to get into the history of the island. Know nothing about it. Yeah, this would be a good location for a tank battle or vehicles. Massive line of sight here. Not the best place for infantry to be running across this location. Obviously, unless you've got CAS or some serious smoke grenades on here, you're just going to get annihilated by snipers and saw gunners. Yeah. It's almost looks realistic from the horizon there. Excuse me, and the frame rate is we're still getting around about 60 frames a second, so this is really well optimized. Now, I was actually going to end the video there, but actually on the way back, I don't know why I would need to fly back. It's the editor. I can just stop and come out at any point. But I said it's having a little fly around. I actually found near to this complex here, it looks like some sort of military base here. And I don't know if, because I'm a Yorkshire lad, I live in Horsforth, which is not far away from Harrogate. And in Harrogate we have Memworth Hill. You may want to do a quick Google on Memworth Hill. It's an American spy base, and they basically monitor communications all around the world, and they keep their satellite dishes, or their communication dishes, in big golf balls, which is a little bit like this, but ours are more like a full golf ball. Everybody knows them as the golf balls of Memworth Hill. Lots of security, obviously. There are Black Hawks flying around the perimeter, cameras everywhere. You can't fart without them knowing about it in that area. So this does remind me of Memworth Hill, so let's just get out and have a look and see what's in here, whether there are actually satellite communication dishes in this thing. Interesting location. What's actually in here? I mean, there are windows at the top, but it appears to be going here. Yes, we can. Okay, so it's just a vehicle dome by the looks of it. We shoot through the windows, kind of. We get the audio. What's this thing here? I presume this will be for putting in helos. Oh, no, you wouldn't be able to get them through the door, would you, dummy? You could probably get vehicles in here, but certainly not helicopters. Can we open this as well? Yep. Interesting. Nice looking location anyway. Anyway guys, this has just been a quick look around ALTUS. I should be probably doing some more videos. We'll have a look at night time and see what we can see if there's any other nice interesting location. But for the meantime, this has been ALTUS. Thanks for watching. I'm Para, aka Hey Up Lad, and subscribe for more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.